Hi guys and girls, welcome back to Watch the Time. Thanks for tuning back in. Thanks for coming back to see me. I'm really pleased you've done so, and I'm really pleased about to bring you my second WishDoIt watch. I'm not gonna lie, the name they use, WishDoIt, I'm not blown away, but they do some really good homage watches of some watches that are just unbelievably expensive. I did feature a very similar one to this a while ago. It was the quartz version. They recently reached out to me and said, would I be interested in featuring it as an automatic? At first, I wasn't sure that I thought they were sending me the same one, and I said no. They then clarified it was the automatic, and I was like, yes, that's the one I wanted to feature to begin with. If I'm honest, I love automatic watches. Nothing wrong with quartz pieces, but I just wanted to see what this was like as a automatic watch. Really cool. It's called the Pirate. What's it called? The Pirate Captain Kidd. There's plentiful in there. I've been looking at quite a few of their watches. That's why I couldn't remember what this one was called exactly, because they've got just a vast range. Quartz automatic pieces. They're definitely statement pieces though. They're not understated. They're a little bit bigger, a little bit more brash, but then that's kind of what they're homaging. So if that's what you like in terms of the OG, I think WishDoIt may have you covered. I will leave a link in the description taking you to this watch, but do look through their website because there's lots to choose from. I'll even probably do a little video in the corner as we go through, just so you can actually see some of the other stuff on their website. Lots and lots to choose from. But yeah, as I say, I'll stop going on. You want to see the watch, don't you? So thanks for tuning back in. Sit back, relax. It's about that time to get the camera turned around and get on with it. All right, guys, so this is the watch. So this is the box it came in. This is the other strap. You'll have seen in my intro, WishDoIt were good enough to send me a couple of straps. This was the strap it came on. So this is the black strap. I did change it out and leave it on the blue one. But yeah, nice and easy to change out. Got a screwdriver. You got the stars for screws. Really simple. I can't say much more good things about it, to be honest, because it was a fantastic sort of operation in terms of using it and stuff. But this is the watch itself. Outer sort of cardboard box. You got a warranty card in there. This is unsigned, unfortunately. I'd like to have seen that signed, but there we are. And then the box is sort of like a leatherette material. Opens up. Got a cleaning cloth. I'll keep that to the side in case I need it. And there's the watch, guys. Sort of velvety material inside. It comes on the cushion. Yeah, but it's all snug. Fits nicely. We'll keep it nice and safe in transit, which is really the most important thing about these boxes, isn't it? So there we are. But there's the watch. It's a pretty thing, isn't it? Especially if you like the sort of OG, this is going to be definitely up your alley at a much cheaper price. I'm not saying it's as good, but there we are. So this is the Pirate Captain Kidd. They sort of call it the Silvery because it's obviously silver. But yeah, a few different color variations to choose from. Actually, I'll bring them up now so you can make a sort of informed decision. Obviously, you got with the blue strap, got the black strap, which you've also seen in the intro, and a few others to choose from. So yeah, you can have a little gandies of what they've got, what they're offering now. Inside, it's running an automatic movement. So what I'll do is I'll open up the case back and let you see the movement, and I'll bring some information up about the movement next to it. So I'll do it this way, so the writing's right around. But let's get the rotor to turn around. So there we are. So yeah, I'll bring the information up next to me. This is the information that WishDoIt provided me with. I can't say I know what the movement is. I do like the fact it's hacking. I do like the fact there's no ghost position. And it's been running pretty well, to be honest, in terms of timing. But yeah, this is the information they provided me with. And it's been pretty reliable up to now, so I can't really have any complaints. So that's the movement, automatic movement inside. The construction of the watch, obviously aside from the crystal on the front and back and the rubber strap, is all 316L stainless steel. So the brushing's done nicely. You've got a faceted edge going down the side of the case. These indentations are quite synonymous with the watch it's homaging. The crown is a really good size. I said it looks like a propeller before when I had the quartz version. Outer part of the exhibition case back's all brushed as well. So mainly brushed with a few polished surfaces, thrown in for good measure, and the screws are also high polished, which offers a good contrast. The case thickness of the watch, so it's not for the faint-hearted, it's 15mm. The case diameter, I measure where the crown isn't, it was coming at 43.4 millimeters. And when you include the crown, it was coming at 47.4 millimeters. The lug width for this is 26. It's going to be an awkward one to change out, not because it's not easy, because it is. You've got the star screws with the screwdriver, very easy. But what you're going to get to fit in there is going to be difficult. But it's 26 nonetheless. And the lug to lug tip to tip of the watch was coming at 50.2 millimeters. So not terrible, but it is a big watch. But these sort of watches are quite statement pieces, aren't they? So you're not wearing this to be understated. And because obviously the OG isn't now ever. So there we are. That's the proportions of the watch. The crystal in the case back is a mineral crystal, and it's screwed down again with those star screws, one in each corner. The crown is situated at the 3 o'clock as a push-pull crown, good size. Like I said, only one position, and we will discuss that, I'm sure, in a bit more detail in a few moments. The bezel is a fixed bezel screwed in place. With those screws once again. The rubber strap is really, really comfortable. They say it's a Flourine rubber or fluoride, whatever you want to say. But either way, it's super, super comfortable. Really, really nice. Pin buckle clasp, sign, very substantial in keeping with the rest of the watch. Many, many holes for it to fit your wrist also, so you'll be okay there. The crystal covering the dial is also a mineral crystal, so that gives us a mineral sandwich. How do we feel about a mineral sandwich? I prefer sapphire, but that's what you're getting on this anyway. The water resistance is cited as being 50 meters, so that would give you 5 atmospheres of water resistance, and the weight will appear in the top right. It's just above 128 grams, and when you consider it's on a rubber strap that weighs minimal amount, that is quite heavy, really, given it's all coming from the head of the watch. But there we are. Let's have a look at the dial in just a bit more detail. So what you have on this watch is a skeletonized watch, skeleton dial. So what you have, you got a minute track going around the outer edge. You got WishDoIt printed on at the 12 o'clock position. You got numbers every 5, so 5, 10, 15, 20 around the edge of the sort of rehaut, if you like. Inside that, you got applied elements onto the skeleton dial. So what you have is you have sort of triangle battens everywhere inside of that. So everywhere except for you got the 3 and 9, which you got numerals. You got high polished hands, high polished indices, which I think offers a really nice contrast to the sort of industrial looking skeleton dial. I think it just offers a lot of pop, a lot of contrast, as do the screws with the brush case as well. But I do like a bit of contrast. I think the dial looks really, really nice. I like the fact with this automatic watch, it really does let you capture the movement, and you get to see so much of the movement, because there's a bit more to see on automatic watches than there are on quartz pieces. So I think they've captured it really, really well, to be honest. I think it looks really, really cool. There is loom on the watch, guys, and I'll bring that up now. I was really surprised, actually, about the loom. I didn't know what to expect. So I'll do a little loom degradation video. It wasn't filmed for very long, it was just over a minute. But it does shine bright, and for a sort of sporty piece, I'm sure that's what you're hoping for. But I wasn't expecting a whole lot with this watch in terms of loom, and it really surpassed my expectations, which is always a good thing, isn't it? So there we are. Like I said, the dial's really, really cool. I like skeleton dials, especially with ones where you can tell the time, and where you got brushed with the polished hands. I think it offers enough of a contrast that you will be able to tell the time, no problem. So there we go. Like I said, the crown, there's only one position. You take it out, it hacks, you put it back in, it will start back up again. And like I said, if you take it all the way out, you can change the time. And that's all you do with it. No other functions, date or anything. But also there's no ghost position, which is also fantastic. But that's the dial, guys. That's the movement. Let me just pop on the wrist quickly, give you an idea of what it looks like on my wrist. Okay, so guys, this is what it looks like on my wrist. You'd have seen the blue and the black in the intro. I prefer to leave it on the blue, just a little bit of color contrast with the dial. I thought it looked nice. But like I said, you got those options. You got a few different straps you can also buy, so do check it out. But that's what it looks like on my wrist. Okay, so guys and girls, that would now take me on to what I think is pants and pucker about the watch. If you've ever watched before, you'll know I always start with pants. I like to kind of high with pucker. So what I think is pants. It's not a great deal, actually, because I think if you're buying this watch, you like the aesthetic, don't you? So I'm not going to go on about that too much. It's not really one that I like too much, but I can see the attraction. But there's two things. Is one, I'm going to go with the mineral crystal. I think for sort of £300, I think sapphire would have been lovely for this type of watch. I know there's an argument to be had with dive watches, but with a sporty sort of piece like this, sapphire would be my preferred option. That's just me. And the thickness, I think there was a great opportunity to bring this in a bit thinner. I don't feel like it needed to be so cumbersome in terms of the thickness. They're the two things I mentioned, is the mineral crystal and the thickness of the watch. What I think is Pukka is I go with a dial. I do like the dial. Like I said, I like skeleton dials when you can actually really absorb what they're doing. You can see the contrast for the hands and stuff. Like I mentioned, the loom was massively surprising. Lots of sort of Microbrand watches. That is often times and places where they will sort of cut corners, but they haven't done it with this. The loom is good. The movement, like I said, it's an unknown entity in terms of it's not a Seiko movement, it's not a Citizen movement, but it's running well. And like I said, it's nice. There's no ghost positions and stuff. The crown is a really good size, and on an automatic watch, that's even better because you will engage with it that bit more. So yeah, good to have that size. The strap options, like I said, I've got two different straps for this watch. Nice and easy to change out. As I said, you just unscrew those screws. Really easy. Pull it out, and then reverse the process what you've done before. Bish bash bosh. And the aesthetic, like I said, if you like the OG of this watch, but really can't afford it, which I can completely understand. Yeah, I can see this being a piece that will really sort of capture the imagination. So yeah, the aesthetics. They're the things I say as Pukka. Is I go with a dial, loom, movement, crown, strap options, and the aesthetic of the watch. And guys and girls, would I recommend this watch? Like I say, for me, it's not one. It's a bit big for me, and also I'm not a huge fan of the OG. So, but in general terms, with the sort of price of them and with the sort of itch it's going to scratch, and being well made with that, I would definitely recommend it. I think WishDoIt have you covered with this line of watch. But yeah, as always said, guys, please let me know what you think about this watch. More importantly, maybe any other watches you may want to see on the channel. And as always say, don't forget to like, subscribe, and always watch the time. Take care, guys. All the very best.